Hey, what's going on everyone? In today's video, we will learn how to do lead generation for local businesses using Facebook ads and GoHighLevel. So this is not just a walkthrough video, this is a full step-by-step implementation. And by the end of this video, you will have a very good idea on how to do lead generation using Facebook ads and how to do nurture and closing using GoHighLevel. So let's talk about what we will cover in today's video. First of all, we will cover how Facebook ad works in 2025, how it's going to work in 2026 and beyond. This will basically help you design campaigns that will give you the best results. Then we will talk about the funnel strategy, what type of funnel gets you better leads, what type of funnel works well with Facebook ads campaigns. Then we will also talk about Facebook ads account setup. So if you don't have an account set up already, we are going to talk about how you can create ad account. Then we will also talk about creative and ad copywriting. Probably one of the most important things nowadays for meta ads is creatives, how to create the best images, how to create the best videos to get best results. And then we will talk about copywriting as well, how to write ad copies, how to write image copies, video subtitles and stuff. We will also talk about conversion tracking, not just basic level conversion tracking. We will talk about the CAPI setup, which is conversions API, a server-side tracking that gives you better quality leads. Then we will talk about campaign creation. We will create an actual campaign, and I will talk about a few optimization steps. Now let's talk about, do Facebook ads still work for lead generation in 2025? Is it still going to work in 2026 or beyond? When I say Facebook ads, I mean Facebook plus Instagram. I basically mean meta ads. The effectiveness or the efficiency of your ads campaign basically depends on what your offer is. If you don't have an offer, they're most likely going to fail, because nowadays the market is really competitive, and when you're running ads, that there are other competitors who are competing with you, or you're competing with them, whatever. If you don't have an offer, you're not standing out, you're not making yourself different than them. That's why your ads are most likely going to fail. When you are doing meta ads, you must have an offer, because people will keep browsing Facebook or Instagram and they will see your ad, and there's a thing called banner blindness. So if your offer is not captivating enough, if your offer is not different than the other advertisers out there, people are not going to see your ad. They're subconsciously going to see it as an ad and then scroll away, right? That's why you actually need an offer, and it needs to be really attractive, and the efficiency depends on how attractive your offer is. It also depends on how feasible it is in terms of delivery. So if your offer is not feasible enough for you to deliver, people are going to say, okay, this person is totally making things up and it most likely seems like a scam. Or they're going to leave their details and it's going to be not possible for you to deliver, which is also bad business. These three things you need to keep in mind when actually designing your meta ad campaign before publishing the campaign. Now let's talk about how does Facebook ad work in 2026. A lot of things have changed in the backend of Facebook ads. They've obviously introduced AI. They have the Andromeda update now a few days ago, which changed things a lot. We need to know how the Facebook ads algorithm specifically judges our ads, and then how it delivers our ads to our target audience. Talking about the core principle, it is still an auction-based system. Basically, when you create an ad or when you publish a campaign, it creates an auction in the backend. It basically sees what your budget is, and based on that, it decides your bidding, and it matches your bid with other competitors, and whoever wins that bid, their ads are prioritized. The meta algorithm has taken over targeting. So previously what used to happen is we used to do a lot of detailed targeting, interest-based targeting. We used to do people with this interest, and then this demographic, this income range, and all that stuff. Meta actually has taken over that. So Meta's AI looks into your ad creatives, looks into your ad copies, ad headlines, descriptions, websites sometimes, and then it decides what will be the best audience for you, who has the possibility or who has more possibility of converting in your ad. That is why broad targeting is king. So when you are doing an ad, your goal should be to do broad targeting over anything else, because if you rely on meta ads algorithm, they will possibly find you the best results for your ads. Hey everyone, just wanted to take a quick moment to share my school community, where if you join, you get to ask me questions about issues you're facing on GoHighLevel Ads Automation AI. You can also be a part of the weekly coaching sessions where I conduct training on many different topics, and we do a Q&A session after that. Besides, you get free access to a lot of my courses that I'm not uploading on YouTube anymore. Some of them you can already see on the screen. Also, there are members only discounts. So if you join, you get 50% off on my courses, my snapshots, my funnels, everything. That's pretty much what I want to share. See you on the other side. Now let's talk about the GoHighLevel funnel strategy. And this is why it's really important. When you're running a Facebook ad campaign, you're showing your ads to other people, which they will be able to click on and then go somewhere. So you need a landing page where people will be able to visit from that ad and leave their details. And that landing page will be created in GoHighLevel. Now, once they submit their information, their inquiry on that landing page, they need to be put in a pipeline management system, which will be created in GoHighLevel. Once they are added to that pipeline management system, you can see what details they submitted. You can see what stage they are in that customer journey. You also need to follow up automatically with these leads based on whatever stage they're in. And these all can be easily created inside GoHighLevel. Now let's talk about the funnel strategy that works really well with Facebook ads. Talking about funnels, we can create either 2-step or 3-step funnel depending on the business. For home service businesses, we usually go with 2-step funnels, which is a landing page, that's the first step, and a thank you page. When they submit a form or survey on the landing page, they go to the thank you page, and that's a 2-step funnel. For businesses that require a free consultation, so people will be able to go on a calendar and then book a date and time, that's a booking page. So that's basically a 3-step funnel: landing page, booking page, and a thank you page. So you can choose any one of them depending on the business. So again, we usually do, for home service businesses, we do 2-step funnels. And the landing page, so landing page is really important because this is the first thing people see after clicking on the ad. So your landing page needs to be really conversion rate optimized. And by conversion rate optimized means you need to create the landing page in a certain way where it's really easy for people to understand what you're offering, why you are unique, and what they need to do. If they land on a page, they should be able to see what you're offering, which is your basically service and offer, and they will be able to know really easily what they need to do in order to contact you or in order to get the best service from you really easily. And that's why you need to showcase your offer, your testimonials, your projects, your past work, and all that stuff, your trust badges. We need a form or survey on the landing page to capture the lead information. So they need to submit a form or survey to contact you. That's basically what you need on that landing page. We need funnel automation. So when the lead comes into GoHighLevel, you will be adding them to your pipeline. You will get notified that a lead has come in. You need to send the lead a confirmation email and SMS saying that we have received your inquiry, we're working on it. And for that, you need a funnel automation. Then we need Meta pixel setup as well. So when the lead comes in, you need to record that as a conversion event and send it to Meta. And that's something you can do using Conversions API, and that we will obviously set up and show you how it's done. All right, here's an example of a conversion optimized landing page. We created this for a junk removal company, and this is obviously a template. As you can see, a few dummy content in places, but this is a template that you can also use for your business if you want to. Link in description, you can get it for yourself. Talking about how it is conversion rate optimized, when people click on the ad and land on this page, they will see that, okay, there's a junk removal image, so they do junk removal. There's the categories of junk removal services they provide. There's an offer as well. In order to get a free quote, I need to click on this button that will open up this form, which I need to submit to get in touch with these guys. And that's basically what conversion optimization is. In order to elevate your page a bit more, where it stands out when you talk about competitors, it needs to have trust badges, so like Google reviews, Facebook reviews, Angie's, Yelp, other types of logos that where you're listed in. Also have customer testimonials, video testimonials if you can, further down in the landing page. So you can talk about what services you provide, how are you different, what types of junk removal services, or in this case junk removal, but in your case the strategy is same for any type of business. So this type of page really works well with Facebook ads because it's really short, and one of the things you need to do is you need to make sure it's mobile optimized like this. So it's really mobile optimized. If they come to this page, there's always a call button that they will be able to click on and then call the business. And that's basically what CRO, or conversion optimization, is. Talking about showcasing offers, testimonials, projects, you can totally have those in your landing page. And when they submit the form, this one, they will go to the other page, which is a thank you page like this one. So it's pretty simple. What matters is the landing page. The thank you page doesn't really matter as much as the landing page, but it still matters. If you want to have any other upsells or offers, you can have that on your thank you page. Now, talking about funnel automations, you need to have some automations in place when this form is submitted. If you go to automations, let's just create simple, quick automation to perform a few actions automatically. So first of all, we will name it to say form submit automation, and then we will add a new trigger called form submitted. And here under the filter, we will select the form is junk removal 2. So we have a form in this landing page called junk removal 2. This form right here, this is called junk removal 2 form. And when the form is submitted, we can send an email. You can say from name will be the name of the business, so account name. From email will be account email, like this, and then say thank you for your inquiry, and then we can say hi. This is something that we are sending to whoever submitted the form. So hi first name, this is the name of the person who submitted the form. Thank you for reaching out to. Again, you can use custom values, so you'll be able to use it for other businesses as well by making a snapshot out of it. We will look at your inquiry and get back to you as soon as possible. Meanwhile, if you need any other information, please visit our website. And then you can put your website URL here like this. Best regards. You can just copy that location name from here. There we go. Now the second thing we can do is send internal notification. This is a notification email or SMS that you're sending to the business owner. So I will do email in this case, and you know how to fill out the from name from email. Who am I sending this to? So you can send it to a custom email, and this is the email of the business owner. So I'll say info@awesomejunk.com or something, whatever the business email address is, and we will say new generated. Say hello, we have a new lead, name, email, phone number. Say contact, email, and phone number. Best regards, some CRM or something. This is being sent from the CRM to the business owner, and that's the notification. And if you want to send an SMS along with the email as well, you can do it. So just send SMS in this one and just basically copy and paste your email, but it needs to be a bit shorter because SMS costs you more than email. So just make sure if you can make it shorter, obviously do it. So we will save it, and we can just go back from here for a moment and go to opportunities. Here, you need to create a pipeline so you can see the leads coming in from your meta ads. So we will just create a new pipeline. And this is basically what we do for any new account. So if you have pipeline set up already, if you have funnel automation set up already, you can totally skip that. You don't have to create a separate pipeline for Facebook ads. Facebook ads is just a source of generating leads, where the leads will come to your usual pipeline. So we will create a pipeline here called leads, and we will say new leads, contacted, proposal sent or closed. Okay, that's fine. So these are the stages that were pre-created in that pipeline of ours. So now if we go back to opportunities, we will be able to see new leads, contacted, proposal sent, closed. Now if we go back to our automation, we can add on top of everything, we can add an action called create or update opportunity. So create or update opportunity, we can create an opportunity in the pipeline leads in the stage new lead, and the opportunity name will be contact's full name, and opportunity value can be something, the lifetime value of the contact, how much you are expected to sell to this person. That's the value of the opportunity, and the source will be kept blank. If you keep it blank, it will be replaced by the name of the form. But if you want to say like Facebook ads, that's the source of the lead, you can do that, and status will be open because you haven't sold anything to this person yet. So save it, publish it, and then save it again. So that's basically a very, very simple funnel automation. Now, if you add follow-up sequences, like follow-ups to the person who submitted the form until they reply, you can obviously do that by putting a wait step here and say wait 1 day. So we are waiting for 1 day after the form was submitted, and we send another email like this. And then we will say from name, from email, you can fill it out. Still interested. And then we can say, hey, we received your inquiry about a junk removal job. Are you still interested? Now, I'm sure you can write better emails than me, but I'm just giving you an example of how to create these sequences. And then you can put another wait step in between, wait for now 2 days again, and then send another email. You can just copy this action from here and then paste it like this. And then you can write your second or third email. This will be the third email that goes out. This will be the second email that goes out, and the list can keep on going. If the contact replies to any of these emails or SMS that you're sending, you can just enable stop on response, because after the person responds to any of those follow-ups that you have, if you still keep following up with this person, they're going to be pissed off and then they're going to leave. That's why you need to have stop on response on. And then if you want to have another automation, let me just show you how to do it real quick. So let's just do responded to follow-up. So if they respond to follow-up, I will say customer replied as a trigger here. And in the filter, we will select reply to workflow, and we will select the form submit automation. So basically we are executing this workflow when someone replies to any of those follow-ups from the first workflow. And when it happens, we will say create or update opportunity, and we will move them in the leads pipeline from new lead, because they are still in the new lead stage. We will move them to contacted, and everything else stays the same. It can be still Facebook ads, the status can still be open, but that's what we are doing when they reply to any of those follow-ups. And if we have stop on response on in that first workflow, they'll be not followed up with once they reply, and they will be moved to that new pipeline stage called contacted. And you can also send an internal notification to the client. No, so we'll say this and then send to a custom email. In this case, we can just say info@awesomejunk, the business email address, and then hot lead follow up, because this person responded. We will say, hi, a lead has responded to follow-ups, call them ASAP, and then just put their information, name, email, phone number. So the name will be this, full name, and then email address will be here, and then the phone number is this. That's it. So you're sending information to the business owner because this is a hot lead and you need to follow up with this person. And this way, when the lead comes in, this way you're not just following up with any random lead. You're just following up with leads who replied and are really genuinely interested in your service. Now, coming back to our items, we now have a conversion rate optimized landing page. We are showcasing our offer, testimonials, projects, galleries, and all that stuff in the landing page. We have a form in the landing page to capture leads, and we have some basic funnel automation setup as well. Now, the other two items are metapixel setup on the funnel and conversions API setup in the GoHighLevel workflows, which we will look into after we talk about the ad account setup. So for those who don't have a Facebook ad account setup yet, they need to do that first in order to install metapixels on that funnel and integrate conversions API in the workflows. So here are the steps to create a Facebook ad account. First of all, you need to set up a business Facebook page, and the Facebook page needs to be created through your Facebook profile. If you have a profile on Facebook, like a personal profile, you can use that to create a Facebook page. Click on create page on the top right, and then it will let you create a page. Or once you already have the page, you need to make sure you give all the information that Meta requires, like a profile picture, a cover photo, opening hours, websites, phone numbers, email address, anything that Facebook requires in the page creation process. You need to give them all that. And after your page is created or optimized enough, then you can go ahead and create what's called a Meta business portfolio. And this is something you can create on business.facebook.com. Just go to there and then create a business portfolio for the business. And once you're done with that, you can connect your Facebook page and Instagram profile to the business portfolio. This is a step that you must do. If you don't connect your business portfolio to your Facebook page and Instagram profile, when you create the ad account under that business portfolio, the ad account won't have access to the page or Instagram. So business portfolio is the hood that keeps everything in one place. The next step is under that business portfolio, create your ad account. And then under that ad account, you can add a credit card. So Facebook can charge you for the ad spend. And this is a full process which I have covered in very detail in one of my videos, and then I will link that video in this video's description, so you can go ahead and see how to set up an ad account and how to set up the whole environment to run your ad campaign. You can just pause the video, go ahead and watch that one if you don't have an ad account yet, and then come back and watch this one. Now let's talk about the ad creatives. By ad creatives, I mean images, videos, and all that stuff where you upload in an ad in Meta. And here's why it's very important. Facebook or Meta algorithm now cares less about what you are putting as targeting options in that ad set and cares more about what is there in the creative. So ad creatives is something that Meta looks into and then decides what will be the best target audience for this ad, where the people have more possibility of converting after looking at that ad. So let's talk about the best ad creative strategy that will give you the best results. First, start with 2 videos and 3 to 4 images. So if you have some reels, if you have some raw footage that you did through your phone from the project area of the services you provide, you can do that, and some images as well in the same way. The videos must be within 30 seconds. So if you do 30-second plus videos, chances are people won't watch the whole thing. And if people see that it's a really long video, they will skip after 3 or 4 seconds. If it's a shorter video, people will say, okay, this is 30 seconds, I might as well just watch it. That's why you need to keep your videos under 30 seconds. The video size or the resolution must be 9:16, which is 1080 by 1920, which is a vertical format. So if you shoot it through your phone, that's basically the format that it will come in. And then images must be square or verticals. I usually use images using canva.com. So in Canva, there's a way you can create images in square, or you can resize them in square and then resize them into vertical as well. So if you click on the resize button, it will give you the square images and the vertical images as well. The next thing is try to use real images. So if you use stock images from Unsplash or FreePic or Pixels, what will happen is people are used to seeing these on Facebook. They won't really interact with your ad. That's why you need to use real images, images that are not pretty, images that you actually clicked from real projects. And that's what matters. And use proper CTA. So in the ads, just explain what they need to do. Contact us for a free quote. Click learn more to grab this offer. Click to book a free consultation. Something like that. So the CTA, or the call to action, is really important in the ad creatives. That will also give Meta a very good idea of what will be your target audience, because Meta knows people who are likely to take an action after seeing an ad. And that's the best type of audience for you. Talking about the ad copy, this is something that appears above your image or video. So when you're running an ad, obviously there's the image or the video that will show up, and there's a huge chunk of text, or maybe a small chunk of text, that will appear above that image or video. That's basically your ad copy. And ad copy is something that you can use ChatGPT to write really quickly. So this is basically a prompt through which you can just copy and paste this, change the business name and the offer and the audience location, service offer, and unique value points, like the stuff that are in bold. You can just replace those and then put them in ChatGPT. It will actually give you really, really good ad copy, which you can just literally copy and paste to the Facebook ads, and then it will really give you good results. That's what we've been doing for a long time, and it's been giving us really, really good results. I'm here on my ChatGPT, as you can see. I just basically copied everything from here, and I just wrote, write me a Facebook Instagram ad copy for, I will say, business name, industry offer. So I'll say junk removal. Let's see, awesome junk. The offer is save $20 when you book a junk removal job. Structure the ad copy exactly like in this format. Start a hook call with calling audience in location. So I'll say homeowners in Minneapolis. Tell them about the service offer. So junk removal service. Tell them about junk removal services, hauling, and then what else could you do? Furniture removal, etc. Show what people will normally pay versus what you're offering. Talk about why they should choose us, unique value points, enter a customer testimonial, urgency, and final CTA. So if you do this, it will actually give you a really good ad copy. There we go. It's not too small, but it actually explains what you're doing. That's basically what you need to do in terms of writing ad copy. I've made your life really simple by giving you the ad prompt, so you can just copy it from here and then use it on ChatGPT to come up with your own best version of the ad copy. It not only works with junk removal or any home service, it works really well with any type of local business. All right, in this part of the video, we will set up meta conversion tracking with GoHighLevel, and we will do it for two reasons. First of all, we need to be able to track how many leads we are generating from Meta and feed it back to Meta ads. And secondly, we need to track our traffic that we are sending from Facebook ads to our landing page. Whoever lands on that page, we need to be able to track them so we can retarget them in the future with another more aggressive offer. In order to set up conversion tracking, we will first go to our high-level account. This is the sub account we were working with earlier in this video. We will first go to sites and identify the funnel. So this is the funnel we are working with right now. So what we will do is we will open a new tab and go to business.facebook.com. And if you have set up your ad account, business portfolio, everything properly, it should bring you to the Meta Business Suite. And if you click on this drop down, you will find a gear icon right here. So just click on this and this will take you to the business portfolio. And I've shown how to do this, how to set up everything in the video in the description. So go ahead and watch it and implement it before you come to the section. Once we are here, we need to make sure our page is connected. So I'm using all the demo stuff here. So nothing here is real client. I didn't want to give away any real client information. That's why. So go to pages. Make sure your page is connected. Go to ad accounts. Make sure you have created Facebook ad account here. Also go to Instagram accounts. Make sure your Instagram page or Instagram profile is connected. When that's the case, you need to go to data sources, data sets, and pixels. So you can just create ad here and create a pixel right here. So just name your pixel and hit create. It will create a new pixel for you. So in my case, I have just created a new pixel right here. So I'll just click on this. First of all, I will just hit assign people. I will assign this to myself. So I'll be able to configure this pixel. So when the pixel is assigned to me, I'll hit done. And I will go to connected assets. And here I'll just click on connect assets, other business assets, and I will select my ad account under this business portfolio, and I will hit add. So this will basically give me access to the pixel, so I'm able to configure it. Secondly, it will connect the pixel to the ad account, so the ad account can track the conversions using this pixel. Now, staying on the pixel, I will click on this events manager option. This will open the pixel in the events manager where I will be actually able to configure this pixel. So once we are in the events manager, the first thing we will do is click on setup meta pixel, and I will hit install code manually and copy the code from here. Now we will go to our high level funnel. This is the funnel. We will go to the settings and we will just basically paste that code here and hit save. Once the code is saved, we can now go back to events manager and hit continue, and make sure we have turned on automatic advanced matching. So it automatically fetches all the data, all the signals, all the attribution details for that lead. Just hit done, and we are done with the browser event tracking. Now, this tracking will enable us to retarget the people who are visiting our landing page in the future. So if we have a decent amount of people who visited our landing page, we can actually create another campaign just retargeting those people who visited our landing page. And if you think about it, those who visited our landing page know about us, know what we provide and what our offer is probably. And if we reach out to them through another ad, only retargeting those people, we have a better chance of getting conversions from those people. Once we have set up our meta pixels, we will click on setup conversions API. Now we've done the first part. We've done the meta pixel tracking. Now we can retarget them, but we need to actually be able to track the conversions. Once we are here, setup conversions API, we could just click on this and then select setup manually, hit next, conversion API and meta pixel, yes, and we will click on start CAPI setup here and then hit finish. So this pop-up is closed. Okay, now in this option we will go to continue and select other business category because local businesses are not listed, but if you are doing ads for any other category, just select the right one from here. In my case, I will select other business category, and then I will select leads as one of the things I want to track, contact as one of the other things I want to track. Also, I will select schedule as well. Also, you don't have to select all these. I've just selected because I may possibly do schedule campaigns. Right now, I'm just going to do lead generation, but I may want to track schedules in the future and also contact or other stuff. But just so you know, when you're doing a campaign, you can only select one goal, whether it's leads or schedule or just one event at a time. So I'll just do continue. And now it's asking me to configure all these events. So just select on contact, obviously select event ID, and literally select all these things from here. So I'll do it for contacts, and then same thing I need to do for leads. So select event ID and then select all these events that you want Meta to track for leads. And then same thing we will do for schedule. And no matter how many events you want to configure it for, you need to do it for all of them individually like this. Once done, I will hit continue and it will take me to the review setup page. We will just hit continue and again hit continue. Now we are here in the final stage of conversions API setup. So we will just select over here what says setup without dataset quality API because it may be a paid thing in the future. We don't want to pay for this. We just want to go with the usual conversion API setup. Just copy the event access token. So we will just copy this and save it somewhere. Once copied, I will just go all the way to the bottom and then select finish. And the other thing I need to do is go to settings for the pixel and copy the dataset ID or the pixel ID, whatever you want to call it, and save it somewhere. Once that's done, we will now go back to high level and go to automations. So remember when we set up a form submit automation. So this automation will trigger whenever someone submits a form. So think about it. We will be doing Facebook ads. We will be sending traffic from our ads to the landing page and people will be submitting that form. And when that form is submitted, this workflow will execute. What we need to do is at the end of this workflow, or maybe at the beginning, it's probably best idea to do in the beginning, just select conversion, meta conversions API. So this is the action we need to use. And in the connection type, just have it stay integration. Event type will be funnel because we are not running ads on lead forms or Facebook instant forms. We are sending traffic to our landing page or funnel. That's why it says funnel event. The access token is something that we copied from when we were setting up conversions API. So just copy and paste it there. And the dataset ID is also something we copied. So just paste it. The event name will be lead. So every time a lead comes in, we will be sending a lead event to Meta. The value could be the lifetime value of the lead, just like pipeline value, and currency can be whatever currency you want, and test code can be blank. You can just keep off custom mapping because mapping, gets done by default. So just save action and hit save. Now this way we have set up conversion tracking as well. When we will do our campaign, we can just select our lead event. This workflow will basically, every time a form is submitted, send a conversion event. There's a use case. Your funnel is running on Facebook ads, right? So you're sending traffic from Facebook ads. What if someone who did not came from Facebook ads submits the form? In that case, this won't execute because every time a new traffic comes to your landing page from Facebook ads, they bring all these attributes with them, like the Facebook click ID, campaign it came from, ad set it came from, ad it came from. So all these need to be present for this workflow to work, or this workflow action to execute. If the person came from outside the Facebook ads, this workflow won't send a conversion event. So it works well for you. Now, in terms of creating ads for Facebook, when you are trying to create images, you can use canva.com. So when you're in canva.com, you just can sign up for a free account. And then when you come to the home page, you can just search for whatever your business is and then ads. So I just searched for, because we are working with junk removal in this example, we will do junk removal ads, and it actually gave me a lot of good templates. So you can just select any of these square templates from here. Let's say I want to use this one. This is quite decent. So I'll click on this and then I'll say customize this template, and this will give me the template. And here I just need to replace this image with an actual real image, because this looks like a stock image, and like I said, stock images don't usually work well. If you have some real images, use real images. If you don't have anything, you can maybe start off with stock images like this. So here I just need to change the name of the business, and then junk removal services, clear your clutter, make space for what matters, and then you can change anything here and then say get a free quote, and then replace the phone number, replace the website, or if you don't want to have a website at all, you can just have it like this. And then another page, you can just go to designs and do the same thing all over again. So just select the other one, and you can say here, just put the logo of the business, and just you can make it smaller or bigger, however you want, like this, and just get rid of the website. We don't usually put websites on our ads. Just put the phone number and then say get a free quote, like this. So this is how you can create a few images, and then once done, obviously you can change the colors, the logos, the text, and then if you want to resize them as well, I don't think they give you the resize option in the free version, but since I'm using the paid one, I can just click on resize here, and then it will also give me the verticals. So if I just go to custom size, just select 1080 times 1920, and then see copy and resize. I want to keep it in square size, and at the same time I want the vertical sizes, which are the variations. So if I just hit open, this will give me the vertical sizes as well, like this. That's quite good. Once that's done, I'll just download from click and share, download, and then just download this one, and also do the same for the vertical ones as well. If you want to change anything in the vertical size, like if something is not in the right place, you can just adjust them and just do download. So this will actually download the images for you. For videos, it's a bit more complicated because you can still use Canva to edit videos, but it's best if you have some video editor do this for you. Because for videos, you will need call to action, like get a free quote, and then we do this services. And again, the videos need to be vertical, and then they need to be less than 30 seconds for them to work really well. And if you get someone on Fiverr or Upwork or some video editor that you know, then they can quickly edit those videos for you, and then they can send it to you so you can use them in your campaigns. So that's all about the images and videos. Again, you need to spend a lot of time on doing research and stuff on how to get the best type of ads. If you want, you can look into the ad library as well. So if you just go to facebook.com/ads/library, it will actually give you a lot of good creatives. So if you just select United States and go to all ads, just search for junk removal, you can see what people are actually running on Facebook right now, what your competitors are doing. So these are some junk removal ads. There are a lot of good videos as well, and as you can see, some of these are really basic. So if you do a very decent job with your Canva images, you're already way ahead of them. So do some research on them. Or if you just wanted to look into any specific pages ads, let's say I just search for junk removal, like this one. I just want to see what ads they are running. So you can just search for the page and then go to their page and see what ads they're running. In this case, they're not running any ads, so it's not showing up anything. But ads library is a good place to give you some really good insights on how good ads are being run on Facebook right now, or how you should create your own ads, looking at some examples. One more thing we need to do before actually starting to create the campaign is we need to publish our funnel. So right now in our HighLevel account, we have a funnel, this one, but it's not actually published under any domain. So no domain or subdomain is connected to it, but we need to connect one in order to do tracking and just so it looks more trustworthy. Because right now, if you click on it, it takes you to a page with all these numbers and jargons, which kind of looks suspicious. So we need to actually publish it under our subdomain. So in order to do that, you can just go to your hosting DNS records and connect a subdomain. And I will link a video where I have shown in detail how to make a funnel live by connecting a domain or a subdomain to it. So make sure you watch that. But in short, you basically need to go to your domain's DNS zone right now. So I'm using a test domain right now just to show you guys. So I will go to settings and I will go to domains and URL redirects, and I'll hit connect a domain here and connect. And now I will say offer dot, this will be the part where you type your domain. So I'll just say hasib.com. But if your domain name is awesomejunk.com, you'll just put offer.awesomejunk.com and do continue, and then do record manually. And I'll copy this to my DNS zone editor. Just add a CNAME record and hit a record value and hit done. Once you add a subdomain like this in your DNS zone, what you can do is you can just verify records, and this will enable this subdomain and allow you to connect this subdomain with your funnel. So let's just wait. It sometimes takes a couple of minutes, sometimes takes a few more minutes to propagate, but once it's propagated, it will allow us to connect this subdomain to the funnel. Now, as you can see, it's connected. Now it's asking me to link this domain to a funnel. So I'll just click the funnel. I will select the landing page. If I hit proceed to finish, it will now connect this up with my landing page. Now I can browse this landing page in this subdomain that I just created. So let's go back, go to sites. And now if I just copy this bit and then put it on a new tab, it will take some time, but it will eventually be live under this offer.hasibasat.com because I just connected this subdomain with the funnel. So let's just wait for a few minutes. Okay, as we can see, our funnel is live under the subdomain we connected it with. And let's just navigate to our ads account now. So we will go to adsmanager.facebook.com. This will bring us to the ads manager. Now from here, we need to select the right ad account. So click on the drop down, go to your right ad account that you set up. And this should be the business ad account. As soon as it arrives here, as you can see, it's empty and I haven't really connected the payment method, but I can connect it. And just so you know, you need to have a payment method connected in order to run the ads. Otherwise, the ads won't deliver and the campaign won't be published. Let's create a campaign. Let's just click on it, create, and select leads as an objective and hit continue. Now we can get rid of this and say leads campaign 2025. Buying type will be auction, and here under the budget strategy we will select ad set budget because we are using ad set budget optimization. We are optimizing the budget on the ad set level. So campaign is where we just define what is the campaign objective and then select the fact that we are assigning the budget on the ad set level. Nothing else to do here, just hit next. This will bring us to the ad set. In the ad set, you configure most of the settings. First of all, you configure where your traffic will go when they click on the ad. So just select website here, and as soon as you select website as your conversion location, if you go to the next part which says performance goal, you can just keep maximize number of conversions selected. So we want Facebook to give us as many conversions as we need. And then under data sets, because we selected websites, we need to select the pixel. So if you remember, we used this pixel to set up conversion tracking and retargeting. So we will just select this, and as soon as you select this, it will ask you what conversion event do you want to track. Now if you remember, we in the GoHighLevel workflows set up lead as the conversion event. So we will just select lead from here, and don't worry if it says inactive event because we haven't really got any leads from Facebook. That's why it's showing us inactive, but when the first leads comes in, it will be active in no time. The next thing we need to do is come over to the budget section, just select budget. So I don't recommend doing anything less than $50. In my case, it says pounds, so I can just do 30 or 35 pounds. But if you do any less than that, Facebook will take really long time to get out of the learning phase, which is something that Facebook keeps your ads in when you publish a campaign, and it keeps gathering data until it stabilizes your campaign and finds the right audience for you. Your goal should be to get out of the learning phase as soon as you can. And if you have a really small budget, Facebook's going to take forever. And trust me, it takes a long time to get out of the learning phase if you have a small budget. Once you do the budget here, you can just come over to the locations option and select the location. So you can just do include, keep it selected here, include, and just do Minneapolis, and you can select either a city like this, or you could just go down, zoom in, and drop a pin. So let's say I want to just select the Roseville area. So just drop a pin there and adjust the location. So just do 4 miles around Roseville and get rid of the whole Minneapolis. And then you can just keep dropping pins on each area to select those areas like how I'm doing. Now, let's say I don't want to target the Woodbury area. So what I will do is instead of include, I will select exclude and then drop a pin there like this. So this will actually exclude, and then I can actually go and, adjust the mile radius like this. So that means Woodbury is out of our location now. You may ask, I'm not selecting Woodbury as my target location. I'm not dropping a pin there to include that area in my target. What happens is if you do it like this, Facebook sometimes targets nearby areas that you haven't included. And that's really annoying. That's why I usually exclude the areas where I don't definitely want to show my ads. So that's why I use the exclusion option here. If you come to the suggestion audience section, you can just click on show suggestions. You can select the age range. You can, if you want to show it to a specific gender, or if you want to do detailed targeting, although I don't suggest doing that because that's why we have to be really good with our creatives, with our images, videos, and ad copies and stuff. If we do that, we don't have to do detailed targeting here. Facebook's going to find the best audience for us. That's why broad targeting is king. And the thing we're doing here is called broad targeting, which is why I will name my ad set Broad Advantage Plus. So the method through which Facebook finds the audience for us is called Advantage Plus Audience. If we are using Advantage Plus Audience here, as you can see, Advantage Plus Leads Campaign is on here. If we do this, Facebook will just find us the best audience because we are using Advantage Plus looking at our creatives. So we just can get rid of this. And we are using these target locations for our ads, and in the placements we are not selecting anything. We are letting Facebook decide where to best show our ads. Placements is where you define where to show the ads. Since we are using Advantage Plus placements, not campaigns, Advantage Plus placements means you're letting Facebook decide where to show the ads and then where best type of leads will come from. Once we are done with this part, we can just go to next and we can go to ad. This is the ad, right? So this is the first ad. That's why I'm calling it ad 1. Make sure your Facebook page is selected. Make sure your Instagram profile is selected. And then here under the website URL, because we selected website in the conversion location on the ad set, that's why it's asking me to put a website URL here. You guessed it right. I will just copy that subdomain or funnel URL. I connected a subdomain to it, and then you can use the same for display link as well. And under browser add-ons, just hit none because I only want all people to go to my landing page and nowhere else. And under the ad creative, just click on setup creative, just select image in this case. But if you had videos, you could just say video ad. But this one is going to be an image ad. So I'll just hit next. Here, let me just get the ads from. So I have 2 images and to upload those 2 images and their variations as well. If you remember, a few minutes ago, we exported a couple of images from Canva and their variations as well. But I will just start from ad 1 and I'll hit next while the other ones are being uploaded. And here, as you can see, it actually gave me a few formats. So obviously the vertical one is looking spacey. It has a lot of spaces, but this one looks all right. That's why I created those variations. So I'll just do replace and I'll select this one. There we go. So it has a square image now, a vertical image as well, and the horizontal looks fine. So I'll just hit next. And this time I will go to my GPT to give me the ad copy. So I'll just copy that primary text from there earlier in this video using ChatGPT and then say book a free quote. So you can capitalize the free so it emphasized, and then everything else is fine. Just hit next and done. This will actually give you the preview of how the ad looks on devices. So you can just look how it's looking on Facebook, Instagram, stories, reels, all the different places that Facebook will show your ads on. Once you're really happy with it, you can just look at everything else and just duplicate this. Just hit quick duplicate and select the name over here and then say it's ad 2. So here, just remove the image and just add another image, hit next. This time we will select the second image. And the same thing we are going to do for vertical format. Just select ad 2 and just hit next. You can create a different variation of the ad copy using ChatGPT and literally just copy and paste it on ChatGPT and say, just give me 1 or 2 or 3 more variations. Do not have more than 3 ads under one ad set. So when you have an ad set, mostly we are going to do broad ad sets now. So at the same time, do not have more than 3 ads under that ad set. So we're just going to do next and hit done. This is going to create another ad for me, as you can see here. And obviously you can look at all the previews of how the second ad looks like. Once you're happy with this, you're going to go all the way to the top, go to the campaign level, start reviewing everything. So what's the buying type? What's the campaign objective? Where is the budget assigned? And then look at any other special categories. Do not select any special categories for local business. That's going to be totally fine. Go to the ad set level and then look at the conversion location, the pixels, if they are correctly set up, and then look at the budget, look at the target location, look at what you excluded, and then look at if you have selected any audience suggestions, although I don't recommend doing that. Look at if Advantage Plus is on for the placements, and then look at the ads, how they look, if there's any typo. All these things you need to check one by one on each level. And then when you're done, just go here and then literally hit publish. If you don't have a payment method connected, they will ask you to connect a payment method, and then you will be able to make your campaign live. So guys, this is how we do ads for local businesses. I especially do ads for home service businesses, and we do really well with results for any type of home service business. I usually work with remodeling, junk removal, roofing, HVAC, plumbing, any type of home service based businesses. Because I know the formula, because we stick with the best practices, we do really well. So if you need any help with meta ads, or if you need help with any monthly management as well, just get in touch with me. There's a link in the description which you can click on and then contact me from there. And obviously the videos I mentioned will be on the video description as well. So you can go ahead and watch how to add a subdomain, how to create business managers, the business portfolio, ad accounts, all that stuff, like the whole process, the whole environment to start running ads for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about Facebook ads, GoHighLevel, or anything in general. I'm more than happy to help you out. Again, we can talk more if you contact me. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the whole video. I'll see you in the next one.